Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever wondered if there are some things the rich folks know that keep them ahead of their poor counterpart? Well, I'm here to tell you that you thought right, from living below their means to investing in themselves. This simple concept has helped the rich stay ahead, and if you focus on adopting these success habits over time, you absolutely can transition from scarcity to abundance. So grab a notebook and get ready to join me. I was just thinking about my buddy James the other day. We grew up together, went to the same schools, and even got jobs at the same company after college. But our financial lives went in totally different directions. While I was pretty diligent about saving and investing, James was all about splurging and spending. He financed a fancy new car every couple of years, always had the latest iPhone, and dropped hundreds at clubs and bars every weekend. I, on the other hand, drove my trusty old Civic into the ground, bought clothes at thrift stores, and cooked at home most nights. And you know what's crazy? Today I'm financially independent while James lives paycheck to paycheck, loaded with debt. What happened? In short, James bought liabilities while I bought assets. See, the rich understand one of the most important money rules. Invest in things that put money in your pocket, not take money out of it. Houses, stocks, businesses, these are assets, but cars, TVs, designer clothes, liabilities that lose value over time. James indulged in luxuries and status symbols to look rich, but real wealth comes from owning income-producing assets. My used clothes weren't glamorous, but the profitable rental property I bought with the savings sure was. So be like me, not James. Skip the shiny new toys and lavish vacations. Another money rule the rich know is creating multiple streams of income. The rich have always understood that relying on one stream could lead to heartbreak when there are issues in the market. They do not rely on one stream, but build multiple flows of income. And most poor people never bother to generate income outside of their jobs and remain vulnerable financially as a result. Although this is challenging, creating multiple flows is one of the most important money rules to follow if you want to build sustainable wealth over the long term. Take it from me. It provides peace of mind and opens up financial possibilities you never thought were possible. The third money rule the rich know is focusing on a long-term goal, while the poor tend to have a short-term mindset. You know what I've noticed? Wealthy folks think very differently about time and goals compared to my poor folks. Poor people constantly make financial decisions aimed at quick returns and instant gratification, like taking out expensive loans to buy the latest gadgets or clothes he can't really afford, or invest in schemes that promise huge returns overnight. Whereas wealthy people take a totally different approach. They only spend money and invest in things aligned with their long-term goals. They are extremely patient and focused when it comes to building their wealth because they know it takes years, not days. The next money rule the rich know is living below their means. This is one of those simple yet profound money rules that the rich inherently understand, but the poor often struggle with. It's about spending less than you earn, but it goes deeper than that. It's a mindset shift around your relationship with money. The poor tend to spend every dollar they make, while the rich diligently save a portion of their income. Why is that? The poor live paycheck to paycheck in survival mode, whereas the rich make conscious trade-offs to support their long-term goals. They understand that frivolous spending today could sabotage financial freedom tomorrow. Although adopting a less is more mentality takes some sacrifice, embodying this fundamental money rule paves the way to real wealth. The satisfaction of reaching your financial goals makes cutting back today worth it. The fifth money rule the rich know is taking calculated risks pays. The rich aren't afraid to take risks, but they don't just recklessly gamble either. They understand that calculated risks are necessary to grow wealth. The poor, on the other hand, tend to play it safe when they could benefit from smart risk-taking. So what sets the wealthy apart? They take the time to thoroughly assess potential downsides and upsides before deciding if the risk is worth it. They trust in probabilities and make rational calculations about risk-reward trade-offs. For example, an investment with a 20% chance of losing 10%, but an 80% chance of gaining 50%, has a favorable risk-reward ratio. The rich would likely take this bet, whereas the poor probably wouldn't. The poor see more risk. The rich accurately calculate the return outweighs the risks. The next money rule is knowing money management. Having great money management skills is fundamental for the rich, while the poor often struggle with it. Many of the poor simply never had financial literacy modeled for them growing up. Meanwhile, the rich teach money management to their kids early on. They budget diligently, save strategically, and invest for the long haul. Mastery of personal finance is key to their success. Don't worry if you feel behind on money management. You can catch up. Start by reading reputable books and taking helpful courses on financial basics. Learn how to create and stick to a household budget. Study investing approaches like dollar-cost averaging. As the adage goes, knowledge is power. Armed with sound money management expertise, you can make informed choices that maximize your dollars. Another money rule the rich know is that it is always important to invest in yourself. The rich pour time, money, and energy into self-improvement. Things like education, experiences, and nurturing mental and physical health. The poor often struggle to invest in themselves beyond basic needs. But why is investing in yourself so valuable? For one, it makes you more capable and thus more likely to earn higher income over time. It also gives you the knowledge to better manage the money you make. Don't just think formal education either. Read broadly, take courses, and attend seminars to keep learning. The wealthy know developing a growth mindset where you see abilities as flexible and improvable is essential. Travel widely too, both literally and figuratively. Gaining exposure to different people, places, and ideas expands your perspectives. The rich know a broad worldview paired with specialized expertise is a powerful combo. Don't forget health. Making time for exercise, sleep, and healthy eating makes you more energetic and productive. The wealthy see caring for both body and mind as an investment with compounded returns. So identify areas you're eager to grow and get started. After investing in yourself, another rule the rich know that propels their investment in themselves is the power of networking. The wealthy understand that surrounding themselves with successful people accelerates their success, while the poor often do not make these social connections. It's human nature that you become more like those you spend time with. Their habits, mindsets, and behaviors rub off on you. The rich intentionally develop relationships with people further ahead in their field or business. These networks provide inside information that can lead to new opportunities. It also makes your peers think of you when chances arise. But how can you get started? You can start by engaging mentors who can coach you one-on-one. You can also attend conferences or join organizations to meet peers. Just make sure to put yourself out there and exchange ideas. Don't forget that it's more important to be willing to add value, not just take value. The ninth rule on my list is being persistent and resilient. Persistence and resilience in the face of challenges are key traits the wealthy demonstrate that the poor often lack. But cultivating these skills can change your financial trajectory. And here's how. Building substantial wealth doesn't happen overnight. The rich know success requires hustling over a sustained period, even when you feel like giving up. Meanwhile, the poor tend to surrender more easily at the first few setbacks. Committing to persist through difficulties is critical. When challenges inevitably arise, the rich reflect on the big picture, why they started and what future benefits they'll gain. I remember some years ago, Elon Musk was close to filing for bankruptcy for his company, SpaceX, but his persistence then made him one of the richest men to ever live. The last money rule is one the rich folks always take to heart, and it is taking action. The wealthy are obsessed with taking action. They know knowledge alone will not make them rich. Meanwhile, the poor get stuck in analysis paralysis, overplanning without ever getting started. Too many people think they first need to learn everything about investing or business before getting into the arena. But the rich know you'll never feel 100% ready. You just have to leap. Start investing that first $100, have the tough money conversation with your partner, and build the minimal website to launch your idea. Momentum and motivation build when you take initial steps. You'll gain key feedback to refine your approach when you get experiences under your belt. As the saying goes, a ship in the harbor is safe, but that's not why ships are built. Starting before you feel ready also builds your tolerance for uncertainty and risk. These capacities are essential as you pursue big wealth goals. So silence the doubting inner voice. Of course, you don't know everything yet. No one does at the start. The rich focus on avoiding paralysis and putting their evolving knowledge into action. And there you have it, 10 essential money rules used by the wealthy that everyone should implement. I hope you found this video helpful in understanding how adopting better financial habits can set you on the path to prosperity. If you gained some useful tips from this, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share any insights, ideas, or your own money rules in the comments below. And if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. That way, you'll get alerts whenever I post new videos about wealth, success, and personal finance. Implementing these money rules takes discipline, but I promise it's worth it. Even starting with just 1 or 2 can kickstart your journey to financial freedom. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.